everybody. Happy New Year. My name is Brian and this is BMAD Photo. Wanted to start off the new year with a chance to get out in nature and walk around, get some fresh air, and enjoy the beauty of the trees out here at the Arboretum on this first day of 2024. Look at you. And what I want to do right now is reflect back on the year in photography. About a year ago, right before the start of 2023, I started down the rabbit hole of macro photography. I've done close-up photography in the past. On that day, that was the first time I went out with the Olympus EM5 Mark III and the 60mm macro. So that was the first time going out with a dedicated macro lens. I went out in my backyard and there was all sorts of ice and the plants left in the garden were frozen. And I got some shots with the macro lens. And from that day on, I think I've been super excited about macro photography and wanting to get back better at it. As 2023 progressed, I continued to go out and look for opportunities to get close-up and macro shots with that 60mm lens, and I really enjoyed it. As the spring and summer came around, I started trying to get shots of insects, and I used to get insect shots with the Ricoh GR3X. It had a nice close-up mode, and I could get pretty nice shots of bees if the sun was bright enough and the shutter speed would cooperate. When I was able to this year get out with the 60mm macro on the Micro Four Thirds camera and incorporate a flash, well, that kind of changed everything, and I was able to start getting razor sharp photos very close up with the insects filling the whole sensor of the camera at 1:1. And from there I was hooked. I like to think of it almost as ethical hunting. You move in silently without trying to disturb the insects or the small creatures that you're trying to photograph, getting close, and as I learned throughout the year, getting down to their eye level and trying to focus on their eyes to get their expressive little faces in focus. And it's difficult even with the flash, so you take lots of shots and you keep trying and you try different settings and you start to really learn what works and what doesn't in different circumstances. And this year, I really just practiced the technique. While I got a lot of great shots throughout the year, there was a lot of misses too. Sometimes it was the camera settings. Sometimes it just wasn't, luck wasn't cooperating with me. And a lot of macro photography is luck in the sense that, you're dealing with non-cooperative subjects. I learned a lot in 2023 about macro photography. What works and what doesn't work. The best time to get out I found was in the morning, early mornings, or late afternoons. But a lot of times when I actually had time to do the photography, it was midday. So luckily a flash can overpower the midday sun and still freeze action. But it's definitely challenging because the insects, when the weather's warm, are very, very fast. I can't think of a better way to recharge and get ready for the new year than a walk amongst the trees. I was over on the other side of the park and I saw a coyote walking not too far from me. And then after shooting the coyote along the lake, a flock of geese and ducks came in. We've had, I think, one sunny day all of December. Most days have been just like it is right now, if not worse, with rain. But I didn't let that stop me from getting out, and I would suggest to, do the same. When spring rolls around and the insects start coming out again, I want to be ready with the technical details. So I've been really focusing on practicing getting out and doing stacking and bracketing in conditions just like this, if not worse. And learning how to control the light with a flash or get stacks. So I'll focus on, grasses like this, maybe not the most interesting subjects after you've done a lot of them, but learning to do it now without the pressure of trying to get an insect or something else also in focus at the same time, I can tell is making a big difference, and it's really helping me understand how the camera works, the specific details of this specific camera, the nuances of the two macro lenses that I have, and it's allowing me to build up some confidence and actually start nailing bracketed and stacked sets. But something large landed in a tree up there. Wow, what a day. This was a great way to end the first day of 2024. I got lucky that I had the right lens on right when this bird landed right on the branch over my head. I recommend that you take a look back at all your images from 2023 and reflect on the lessons that you learned to improve throughout the year. Think about what you got from the year and how you're going to apply it in the new year.